We are just off the shores of Lake Erie in downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season.
There he goes, right side. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's second and 10. Willis will look to pass again here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. They get second and 7 coming up. You talk about this Titan defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. And what I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, it's Willis. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now Watson, that's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken. 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. To throw, here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now they'll change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Call it a loss of 16 there, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
That makes no sense. You've got to understand your situations. You're in a goal-to-go situation, and instead you're dancing around, and instead of staying at least where you were, you end up losing yards for your team.
He's got Njoku over the middle. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Browns open the lead up to 34-0. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This pass deep for Okonkwo. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Willis takes the snap. They're going for it. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Willis now off of play action. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Come on.
2nd and 10. Right back to the air again with Willis. That pass taken in by Burks. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Willis. Zone touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to at least get 1 score back.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late. And they hit him with the penalty.
60 Bison, 70 Timberwolves.
Willis will try and throw for this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail,
things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go, set.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Willis looks to pass it here. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Chubb will get the call, running left. And Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Murray now. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
First down, Murray. Quick slant completes into Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Murray going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Murray to air it out again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Hopkins' kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work,
and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ready.
Willis to throw on second. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
What?
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on